That is, the heading is more about salt. You already know the salts are formed when there is a reaction between an acid and the base. So normally we can say, suppose we can take the example of HCl. When this H of acid is replaced by some metal, then they are called as salt. So simply the salts are formed due to the neutralization reaction of acid. So when acid and base react with each other, then they will form salt and water. This reaction you have already studied, and that is called as neutralization reaction. Now we can take example of acid is HCl. The base is sodium hydroxide. Then you will get one salt, that is called as sodium chloride, and water, that is H2O. Actually the reaction is between the sodium ion of the base and then chloride ion of the acid, sodium, and then it is the chloride ion, then it forms sodium chloride. So during this reaction, the reaction is in between the acid and base. Then these bases can be classified on the basis of either on the base of the name of the acid or on the name of the base. So in this way we can say there are many acids, maybe HCl, it may be HNO3, it may be sulfuric acid, H2SO4, it may be H3PO4, different acids are there, then carbonic acid, H2CO3. Then their corresponding salt will form. By the replacement of hydrogen, you will get, they are called as nitrates. And sulfuric acid, they are called as sulfates. And then for phosphate, this is phosphoric acid, so they are called as phosphate. And then this is called as carbonic acid, and salts are called as carbonates. So these acids, these salts are classified on the basis of the names of the corresponding acid. And then again they can be classified, then that is called as family of the salts, on the basis of the positive ion or cation of the base. So when we write the name of a salt, so first we write the name from the base. That means for base is the sodium. So first we will write the sodium. And then we write from chloride, then it is called the sodium chloride. First we write the name of the cation, and afterward we write the name of the anion. So first we write the part of the base, because the salt contains one part of the base, that is sodium is the part of the base, and this chloride is the part of an acid. So when these two combine, then you will get salt. That means a salt has two parts. One part, the one part we have taken from the base and other part from the acid. So the sodium is taken from the base. So first we write the name which is taken from the base, then we write the part which is taken from the acid. So first we write the cation, then we write the anion. Cation is taken from the base and anion is taken from the acid. So this is the way to write the name of the salt. Suppose everywhere there is the sodium hydroxide, then we can write this is sodium chloride. When you write with the nitric acid, then it is sodium nitrate. When sulfuric acid is sodium sulfate. When sodium is here, then we can write sodium phosphate. Then we can write sodium carbonate. Then that will form a family of acid or base. So then this is called as the family of the sodium salt, in which we can write sodium chloride, sodium nitrate, sodium sulfate, sodium phosphate, sodium carbonate. So many salt we can write on the basis of the name of their corresponding acid and base. Now suppose we can change the base from here. The acid is same and now the base is potassium hydroxide. Then the salt will be potassium chloride, KCl. Now its name will be potassium chloride. Now we have changed the name of the base. Here we have changed the name of the acid. So when you change the name of the acid, the base part will be same. But when you change the base, then the acid part will be same. Then it is called as potassium chloride. Then we can write this HCl plus ammonium hydroxide NH4OH. Then it is called as ammonium chloride. Now change in the base. Then we can write with calcium hydroxide HCl plus CaOH whole twice. Then you will get calcium chloride. So in this way you can see there is a change in the cation, and then this is called as one phase. This is the salt of the hydrochloric acid, because all are having the chloride ion. So when you simplify it or when you classify the salt, so they can be classified either on the basis of the acid used and the second on the basis of the bases used. So we can write, when we change the acid, then the base part will be same, then you will get one family like sodium chloride. Then you can change the base, then you will get another family in which the bases will be different but the negative ions will be same. So in this way we can classify the different acids, different salts which are formed from the acid and base. So you have to write here the name of some acid and base. When the name of the salt is given, that is one question is given in your book. So you have to identify from which acid and base. Suppose it is given calcium carbonate. Now this calcium carbonate is having this part from the base and this part from the acid. So this part from the base will be calcium hydroxide, and then the acid will be carbonic acid. So in the calcium carbonate, the base is calcium hydroxide and acid is the carbonic acid. Then we can write copper sulfate. Now you can see a sulfate ion is here, so this is the part of the acid and this is the part of the base. Then we can write this is copper hydroxide and the acid will be H2SO4. So we can identify from which acid and base this salt is formed. Then we can write magnesium sulfate, MgSO4. Now here the Mg magnesium from the base. And then the acid again is H2SO4. So in this way we can write the name of the acid and base used to make the salt. So on the basis of the names of the salt, we can identify the name of the acid and base. So we can write, suppose it is given ammonium nitrate NH4NO3. Here the base is ammonium hydroxide NH4OH plus nitric acid HNO3. Okay, so it may be sodium nitrate NaNO3. Then here the base is sodium hydroxide and acid is HNO3. So in this way we can identify the acid and bases which are taken to form the salt here. So we can write the name of the different acid and salts here. So this is the classification of the acid. Now we will study the pH of the salt which are formed by the different acid and base. You have to study that the acid and bases are classified as strong and weak acid. They are classified as a strong acid and the weak acid, then a strong base and the weak base. So now we can write the acids may be classified as the strong acid and the weak acid. And then we can classify the bases also. Bases are the strong base and the weak base. Now first we take the example of sodium chloride. The sodium chloride is showing the pH of 7. You know the solution which shows the pH of 7, they are neutral. So then the acidic and basic nature of the salts can be decided on the basis of the acid and base used. So you know the definition for strong acid and strong base. So when a strong acid, now we can take the example of sodium chloride. The pH is 7, that is sodium hydroxide plus HCl. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base and the HCl is a strong acid, and then it forms sodium chloride plus H2O. Now this sodium chloride shows the pH of 7. On the basis of ionization of acid and base, because they are strong acid, they will completely neutralize by each other, and that's why pH will be 7. But when there is a change in the acid and base, that means a weak acid or a weak base, then they can be classified. Then we can write the pH on the basis of the acid and base taken. Now the first we can write a salt of strong acid and strong base. Acid and strong base. Its pH will be 7 and this is neutral in nature. That will be neutral. Now the second, that is the salt of strong acid and weak base. Now here the acid will be 100% ionized. Now we can take the example of HCl, and the weak base is ammonium hydroxide, that is NH4OH. When they will combine and it forms the ammonium chloride. So example will be ammonium chloride. When we find the pH of ammonium chloride, then its pH is less than 7, that is near about 6 pH. So there is change in the pH, or pH is less than 7. That means it is acidic in layer. pH will be less than 7 and the solution will be acidic, because the HCl will be 100% ionized and it will produce lots of H plus ion. And the base, that is ammonium hydroxide, is a weak base, so it will be partially ionized, less number of hydroxide ion will be produced in the solution. So all the hydroxide ion will be neutralized, but some H plus ion will remain in the solution, and that will make the solution acidic. So when a salt is formed from the strong acid and the weak base, then these salts are called as acidic salt, and their pH will be less than 7. So this classification is based on the nature of acid and base which are used to make the salt. Now the third is salt of weak acid and strong base. Now its pH will be, the pH of this salt will be, pH will be greater than 7, and then it will be basic in nature. Now we can take the example here, the base is strong, we can take NaOH, strong base, weak acid is sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, then, we take the weak acid here, that is H2CO3, the salt is formed is called as Na2CO3, and the pH of sodium carbonate is near about 9, or the pH will be greater than 7, because now here the acid is weak, it will be partially ionized and will produce less number of H plus ion. The base is a strong base, then it will be 100% ionized and it will produce lots of hydroxide ion. So all the H plus ion will be neutralized, but some hydroxide ion will remain in the solution, and that will make it basic. And that's why the sodium carbonate is a basic salt, because it is made up from the weak acid and the strong base. So on the basis of this, these salts will be basic in nature. Many other salts are there which are basic in nature because they are made from the strong base. When the strong base will be there, then the salt will be basic in nature. When we are using strong acid, then the salt will be acidic in nature, and then we can find out the pH of the solution. Fourth category is also there, the salt of weak acid and weak base, that you have not to study here, only these three are required. that is given in the syllabus. So the salt, I am repeating, the salt of a strong acid and strong base are neutral. Their pH will be equal to 7. So one example is sodium chloride, then we can write potassium chloride, we can write potassium sulfate, we can write sodium sulfate. So many salts are there. They all are neutral because they are made from strong acid and strong base. So if you want, you can write some example here. The one you can write this NaCl, then we can write Na2SO4, then we can write sodium nitrate NaNO3, then we can write potassium sulfate, many other are there. So we can write all these are the example of the strong acid, strong base, and their pH will be 7 and they are neutral. Now the second is the salt of strong acid and weak base. Because the acid is strong, so they will be acidic in nature. For example, we can write ammonium chloride, calcium chloride. These are the example for this category. Now the pH will be less than 7. It may be 5.56. So they will be acidic in nature. So the nature will be acidic because they are made from the strong acid. Now third is the salt of weak acid and strong base. Now here base is strong and that's why the nature of the salt will be basic. For example, we can write the sodium carbonate and some other acids are there. Many organic compounds, the sodium oxalate, sodium acetate, because acetic acid is a weak acid. So these are the example for the weak acid and strong base. So we can write the salt that is also given in your book, sodium acetate. That is the salt of acetic acid. Its name is sodium acetate. And the salt of acetic acid, which is a weak acid, then it will be basic in nature or pH will be greater than 7. So they will be basic in nature. So this is all about the classification of the salts. Then we will study some compound which can be prepared from the common salt. Sodium chloride is called as the common salt.